Hello everybody, this is Amrita from iExamB. Today in this video, I will be discussing about SEBI Legal Phase 2 exam relating to the corporate law preparation out of the unit which has been prescribed for corporate law as a part of the syllabus of SEBI Phase 2 legal exam. First, we will have a look at what is the importance of corporate law for Phase 2. Course, if you have a look at the entire syllabus for phase 2, serial number 12 provides for the unit of corporate law, which is having a weightage of 20%. You can see in yellow ink the chapters which are there solely out of this unit: Companies Act 2013, Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008, and Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Altogether comprises 20% weightage, approximately 10 questions out of the 50 questions that you will be having for phase 2 exam. Automatically, this proves the importance of corporate law overall as a part of this exam. Now, for a better understanding of what corporate law includes, you should have a clear demarcation of all the subjects that are there relating to corporate law and have a clear idea of all the syllabus. Firstly, we have Companies Act 2013, which forms the bulk of the entire unit. Secondly, we have Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008, which is added in phase 2. Then we have Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, which is again added in phase 2 solely. Coming to Companies Act, this forms the bulk of corporate law. As I already told you, it consists of 17 chapters in the syllabus, out of which 3 are added in phase 2 and rest you have already studied in phase 1 exam. This contributes approximately 15% out of the 20% weightage that we have for this unit. Approximately, you can calculate 15% to be 7 to 8 questions out of the 50, that is the total questions. LLP will be contributing 2 to 3%, around 1 to 2 questions. Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code includes only part 1 and part 2 for your syllabus and will be contributing 2 to 3%, which is again 1 to 2 questions. Now let's have a look subject wise to the important topics that we have. Out of Companies Act 2013, we have this syllabus. As you all can see, this is the entire syllabus for Companies Act 2013. Out of all these chapters, everything can be important if you study the important terms, but there are certain topics which need to be given prime importance, which I will be letting you know one by one. Chapter 2, Incorporation of Company and the matters that are incidental thereto, holds importance because this deals with the incorporation of the company and is the initiation of the company. Prospectus and allotment of securities holds a lot of importance. Share capital, debentures, acceptance of deposits by companies holds a lot of importance. Appointment and qualification of directors, meetings of board and its powers, appointment and remuneration of the managerial personnel, and the newly added chapters, that is chapter 27, NCLT and appellate tribunal. Then the special courts that are provided in chapter 28 overall hold a lot of importance, and you need to study all these topics on a priority basis. Now if you're clear with Companies Act, let's go to the important topics out of LLP Act 2008. First of all, when you have a look at this act, you need to keep in mind all the salient and distinguishing features of this act, because this act has been introduced in 2008 with the very objective of having features from partnership as well as companies. So there are many distinguishing features and many questions can be based on these areas which are distinguishing and mixing features, and tricky questions can be based on this part. So before you start studying the act, have a clear picture of all the features. The chapters that are important from this act will be nature of limited liability partnership, incorporation of LLP and the matters incidental thereto, partners and their relations amongst themselves, Then extent and limitation of liability of LLP and partners, again very important, because the name of the act itself suggests what it is talking about is limited liability of partnership. So till what extent the limitation of liability of LLP and their partners can be applied. So this is a very basic chapter and very important. Contributions and investigation. These two chapters are actually unique features of the Act. So again, they hold a lot of importance. Of course, winding up and dissolution of partnership has to be important, somewhat procedural part of the Act. Now, one note that I would like to give you here is that the LLP Act 2008 can be studied along with Partnership Act 1932, as you will be having a clear idea of the differences between both the legislations. Also, you can study LLP along with Companies Act 2013, because this will help you have a better understanding of all the three acts altogether and a difference between the provisions that are provided for all the three legislations. Now let's have a look at the important topics of IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Part 1 and Part 2 only you have for the syllabus. Powers of NCLT, also this is common in Companies Act 2013. Procedure and timeline for submission of application to NCLT. Rights and duties of financial and operational creditors hold a lot of importance. Voluntary liquidation, this is the purpose for which this act has been enacted, holds a lot of importance. What are the appellate authorities, how appeals can be made and to whom. Fast track CIRP, unique concept. Role of resolution professional, again holds a lot of importance. Moratorium holds a lot of importance because it is the current in the current scenario in the times of this pandemic. This topic also holds importance. Offenses and penalties, of course, again are important. This is a stringent legislation. So, and you all need to just mark the important penalties first and try to remember those first and try to keep them in mind and don't get confused between all the offenses. Mark the important ones and focus on them. This is what I can suggest. Now, having a clear demarcation of the entire syllabus, now I can suggest an overall strategy that you can have to study corporate law. First, remember that this is a very important area of study and can help you in scoring well in the phase 2 exam, which is necessary for your qualification, as the marks will be added as an aggregate for your qualification. Almost 10 questions will be from this subject only. Have an overview of all the topics. Prioritize important and difficult topics and then divide your time accordingly. Try not to skip anything. If areas seem to be less important, try to give at least some time on it and try to have at least an idea of what that chapter or that section speaks about, so that you are not skipping anything from the important areas and you are able to solve these 10 questions confidently. Solve practice questions at the end after you have studied this unit well. This will help you have a logical application based learning as well. Before I end this video, I would like to introduce you all to the faculty that we have. Expert faculty for legal. To the left, we have faculty for descriptive English, and to the right of the screen, we have faculty for legal. If you all want more guidance, you can subscribe to our course if you have not subscribed yet. We have other important features as well. 400 plus short videos, practice questions, full-length practice tests, doubt clarifying classes, study notes, descriptive tests, and guidance for interview as well. Stay healthy, stay safe, study well. Good luck.